Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things. And in today's video, I'll be doing my makeup while I read some of the assumptions you guys have about me. I was going to avoid doing this video, but then I thought, what the heck? Let's just do it. So if you want to see what assumptions you guys have about me and if they are correct or not, then keep on watching. Let's go. Okay, so the first assumption is I assume you love cats more than dogs. Well, in general, I'm an animal lover and I love all animals and I like animals more than I like people. But yes, I do love having cats. But we always had cats and dogs growing up. I mean, we had a lot more than cats and dogs, but like I always grew up having a dog. It's just, if I was going to have a dog, I'd want to have a backyard, and we've never had a backyard. We don't really have a backyard here. It's more like a shared ground because we're in like a line of townhomes. And yeah, like I said, I'd want to have somewhere where my dog could like run around and play and stuff. But yes, I love all animals, but I do love my kitties. If I had to do the math collectively, here we go. Growing up, I've had, this is just like my family pets. Okay, here we go. 5 dogs, 5 cats, 4 hamsters, 1 guinea pig, 1 rabbit, undisclosed number of fish, because who can keep count of that, 4 turtles, I'm missing, oh, 2 rats. I had 2 rats in college. I think that's all I can think of right now. But yeah, so I love animals, so it's not just the kitties, but yes, cats are awesome. And then I assume you were a good girl in school and never did anything wrong. I mean, for the most part, I was a pretty good girl, I would say. I never, especially in high school, I never did anything wrong. Like, no, I was like a really, really well-behaved child in that aspect. Plus, I would say my parents were like very protective and like made sure I wasn't doing bad things in general, so I'd have to agree with you. I would say I was a good girl in my youth. The next assumption is you are an accountant. And well, good question. What am I? I started college as an education major, and not like maybe a few weeks into my sophomore year had like a little breakdown and realized that was not for me. And you know, the thing with that is I was kind of pushed in that direction in high school, which is something I have feelings on, because they said, you're good at math, you should be a math teacher. And I repeatedly like told my guidance counselor, like, no, like if there's one thing I know about myself, it's I lack patience, especially when it comes to like subjects like math. Like, it comes very naturally to me. Other subjects did not, but math came very naturally to me, and I was not very patient with people in my class who it didn't come naturally to. So I knew I was not going to be good at teaching students that. And they were like, well, what do you like? What do you like? And I was like, well, I really enjoy history. Well, then you can't just be a history major. You have to be a history education major. So when you're 17, 18, like, you don't really know about what career options there are in the world except like generic ones. At least when I was in school, it was like, do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be an engineer? Do you want to be a teacher? Do you want to be like, it was like all the generic options. So it was like, okay, I guess because I like history, it means I want to be a teacher, which is not true. So I came to that realization 3 weeks into sophomore year, basically. Had a meltdown, mainly because this was right around when the recession was hitting. And you know, everyone was just going on and on about how like teachers can't find jobs, teachers can't find jobs. And I was like, what do you mean they can't find jobs? I'm going to be graduating with loans. I need to find a job. So that didn't help. My dad recommended that I talk to the head of the accounting department there because, you know, math and accounting, and they were a little bit more reassuring to me. So I was like, fine, let me try out accounting. Like, it seems like you can get a job in that field. So that's what I wound up doing. I never really felt passion towards it. I just felt more like this is something that's going to get me a job. So I graduated college, and I guess the start of the next fall, I found a job at an accounting firm, and I worked there, I guess it was like 2.5 years, because it was 3 full tax seasons, and I hated it. It was a small family-owned firm, and not good, not good. But I definitely learned in my time there how much I did not want to be an accountant. And during my final tax season, I applied for the job I currently have, which is not in accounting at all. Like I said in a previous video, I work in earned value management, which I don't even know how you categorize that. Technically in my company, they call it finance, but it's not really so much finance as earned value management, which is a whole other topic that is not fun. But during this time of year, yes, I still have the lucky opportunity to do various taxes for various family members, and it is the worst. But I'm one of those people that feels bad how much accountants charge to do other people's taxes, because I've been on that side watching people get overcharged, and it made me angry, and I don't want people in my family going through that if, you know, their taxes are easy enough to do myself. So put myself through torture for that. And yeah, so the answer is I am a retired accountant. That's what I like to call myself. Retired at the age of 24. No, 25. I retired at the age of 25. All right, let's see what the next assumption is. You are a big Eagles fan. So yes, I did grow up in the suburbs of Philadelphia. So yes, I do like most Philadelphia sports teams. I did get very excited during the Super Bowl last year. I guess now it's last year. Scott did a lot of vlogging of those events if you ever want to check them out. So yes, I do enjoy me the Eagles. I am sad to see Nick Foles go, but it's for the best for him. This assumption says you buy too much drugstore makeup. I would say yes, I definitely buy too much makeup. That's very obvious. But I really enjoy, for this channel, finding like awesome drugstore finds, because there's a drugstore dupe for something really awesome like that, like gets me very excited for this channel, at least to like share that with you. That is that. Let's see what another assumption we got is. I assume you're a cat person versus dog person. Yes, if I did have to get another animal, it would be a cat. A big reason definitely would be that it is a lot easier as a working couple here to have cats rather than dogs, because they go to the bathroom unassisted, whereas like we don't have any way for a dog to go to the bathroom while we're not here, and I don't really want to pay for doggy daycare, so there's that. Sure, if I worked from home full-time, I would definitely be more in the consideration of getting a dog. This person also said, and from what I've seen, you prefer Marvel to DC. And you know what? If you asked me that in like high school, I would have been like Marvel. Like the only character at that point that I liked from Marvel was like Spider-Man. But like I, growing up, was the biggest Batman fan. Like there's like a story from when I was like really little. Like, so if you know the Jersey Shore, the Wildwood Boardwalk has many arcades, and there was like a summer when I was really little that I wouldn't leave this one arcade until I won like this Batman out of one of the claw machines. So growing up, I was a huge Batman fan. But since dating Scott started, I would have to say I've swayed more towards the Marvel side, especially because just like the movie quality that comes out, like every time DC except with Wonder Woman. Obviously they did Wonder Woman well, and I liked Aquaman, although I hear that's not a popular opinion. Just Marvel hits it out of the ballpark every time with the movies lately, and DC hasn't been doing too well. But that being said, I do really like DC still. Like Scott and I, like one of the only shows we still watch together is The Flash. I do love The Flash, and yeah, so if I had to choose, I'd say Marvel, but it's hard to choose. Okay, and the next one says, I assume you are a shopaholic like me. And I would say yes, and that's been my whole life. My dad used to call me a vortex when I was little. So, yes, I've always been a shopaholic. That is nothing new. Someone said, you are an extrovert, you are outgoing and friendly in person. And I would say, nah. I am such an introvert. Like, I get such bad anxiety when I'm like around people. I like, first of all, like, everyone at my work already like knows, like, oh God, like, keep Rachel away from the people because she's so awkward and weird. So yeah, I get so weird around people. Like, even if like we go food shopping and like there's a lot of cars in the parking lot, I'm always like, oh God, no, all the people are here. Yeah, I'm just so awkward and get very overwhelmed easily. Very overwhelmed. And yeah, I don't do well with people. That's why I'm so good at this, because I'm alone, talking to no one. Nah, I'm quite introverted and super awkward and don't do well with people. It's a great quality to have. This assumption says you hate when Scott is gone. You know, that's a hard one to answer. Like gone as in like, I mean, I don't love when he goes, but like when he was on his work trip last time, like I was surprisingly fine at the house. Whereas like when we were in the apartment, I did not love being alone there. I think this neighborhood, I feel a little safer being alone versus the apartment. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't love when he's gone because I like to spend time with him, but I'm okay. Someone said you seem like a very outgoing person. Nope, I am not. Quite the opposite. I'm like a very routine person. I don't like doing anything outside of my designated routine. I assume that you are a small town girl, or at least you grew up in a small town, and that you are a great listener and loyal friend. I did not grow up in a small town. I was born in the Northeast Philadelphia, and when I was seven or eight, I think 7. No, 8. When I was 8, I moved to a suburb that was literally like a few miles away from where I was originally from, and it's a decent sized area, definitely not a small town, and I am a good listener. When I was in 3rd grade, I got the award for listening, and I will never forget about it, and I always let people know that I have that award, and I still have it. And a loyal friend. Yes, I mean, as long as you're loyal, I'm loyal. Yeah. And that is it for the assumptions video. I didn't do anything too crazy. I'm meeting some of my college friends for brunch this morning and didn't want to get too done up for them. So yeah. Thanks for sending me your assumptions, guys. Everyone was really nice. You guys are all nice. I have like the nicest subscribers. So I appreciate you all of you. And yeah, that is it for this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys!